Coming up on Midco Sports tonight, we reveal this week's list, the top moments from the North Dakota-Minnesota hockey rivalry. Then it's a Bison breakdown with senior offensive lineman Bryce Messner, and finally, high school pick'ems in the Dakotas featuring some special guests. All of that plus much more, Midco Sports Tonight kicks off right now. Hello and happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm Kelly Stewart, and this is Midco Sports Tonight. Well, each week we come up with a list of top players, moments, memories, etc. regarding some sport in the region. And with the big UND Minnesota hockey rivalry series this weekend, we decided that our list for this particular week would be the top moments from that rivalry over the years. So for those moments, let's send it up to Grand Forks with Alex Heinert.
Thanks, Kelly. Yes, no two teams in college hockey have as much shared history and animosity towards each other than North Dakota and Minnesota. The two former WCHA rivals have been doing battle against each other since 1948, and their meetings always seem to produce something special. So for today's list of top moments, we're just looking back over the last 10 years because we would take up most of the hour if we stretch too much further back than that. So we're going to take a look now at the top 5 moments in recent UND Minnesota history, starting with the most recent, going back to 2014, and we're just going to get the worst out of the way. 2014 NCAA Frozen Four in Philadelphia. Minnesota and UND tied at 1, overtime seconds away when Gophers D-man Justin Hall somehow gets a shot off to beat Zane McIntyre with 0.6 seconds left to put the U of M into the national championship game. Off the far post and in. Heartbreak for UND, elation for the Gophs. It was Hall's first goal of the season, for goodness sake. Of course, the Gophers would go on to lose 7-4 to Union in the championship game, so at least there's a little silver lining here for UND fans, but obviously that one tough to take. We're going to back up now to 2010. UND's Matt Fratton, the WCHA Player of the Year this season. He led the nation with 36 goals scored. People tend, though, to remember this hit that he laid on Kevin Weirs in the corner. An obvious charging penalty, of course, and Fratton would be suspended for 1 game for it. But this kind of sums up how these two teams feel about each other. Look how high off the ice Fratton gets on this hit. Again, there's a reason why you're not supposed to do this. A dangerous shot up high. But you love Brad Malone, by the way. Love Brad Malone flying in right at the end just to mix it up a little bit. Just a couple of years ago at the rivalry's peak back in 2010. 2008 now, one of really the best goals you're ever going to see. UND's Ryan Martins flips the puck over the cage. Look at Evan TRUPP laying out for it to bat the puck out of the air. Cue the celebration on the bench. The overtime winner for North Dakota to get by Minnesota. You could watch this over and over and over again, and it would not get old. TRUPP, just a freshman at this point, would go on to have a great career at UND, one of the best stick handlers in the game. But the acrobatics here to beat the Gophs on the road, special, ridiculous. 1 year earlier, the 2007 Final Five title game in St. Paul, overtime between the Gophers and UND, and Blake Wheeler does this to end the contest and win the Broadmoor Trophy for Minnesota. Wheeler just trying to prevent the icing call and ends up sending the fans into a frenzy at the XL Energy Center. What can you say about this? Even Don Lucia can't help himself with a little applause. UND would get revenge, though, by the way, 1 week later, beating the Gophers in the West Regional Final on Chris Porter's wraparound. So again, a happy ending there, too. You knew this was coming, by the way, finally. January 2007 in Minneapolis, UND defenseman ROBBIE BINA casually clearing the zone on the penalty kill, and he ends up scoring on Jeff Frazee from roughly 175 feet away. You watch this again. ROBBIE BINA, 9 goals on the season. A couple more for his career, none better than that. An impressive moments. That's the list. I mean, some of the top moments in the last decade of this rivalry, Kelly. We expect that we will get a few more to come this weekend in Grand Forks.
All right, thanks so much, Alex. Those are so fun to watch. Oh my gosh, I could watch them all day. But when we come back, we get the analysis part of these top UND Minnesota moments with our expert panel. Stay tuned.
Midco Sports Tonight, presented by Avera Orthopedics.